Hi, I want to speak to the dads tonight. I want to speak to the dads through the lens of two of the most prominent figures in the Old Testament, King David, King Solomon. So, many know King Solomon as the one who had the wisdom, referring to the wisdom of Solomon. But I want to share with you how Solomon actually got to that place. So, in 1 Kings 3, after Solomon sacrificed 1,000 burnt offerings to the Lord encountered him in a dream, asking what Solomon would want. And in verse 9, Solomon says, "Therefore give your servant an understanding heart to judge your people, that I may discern between good and evil. For who is able to judge this great people of yours?" But now, this is what is usually preached. But I want to take you to the backstory. The backstory of how Solomon actually got to receive that wisdom. So in 1 Chronicles 22, David prepares to build a temple. So King David, knowing that his son is young, inexperienced, and all of those things, and knowing what God had laid upon his life to do, because the Lord said to David, "You will not build me a house because your hands are dirty of bloodshed. Your son will build me a house, and I will give him rest." And so I'm paraphrasing 1 Chronicles 22. So David started getting together all the equipment, all the necessary workmen, all the necessary materials to build the house, the iron, the gold, the silver, the wood, all of those things to build the house of the Lord. David got together and he laid this aside, ready for Solomon to start work on the temple. And in verse 7, David said to Solomon, "My son, as for me, it was in my mind to build a house to the name of the Lord. But the word of the Lord came to me, saying, You have shed much blood." So there it is revealed that David is not allowed by God to build him a house. But in verse 10, "He shall build a house for my name, and he shall be my son, and I will be his father, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom over Israel forever." This is what God says about Solomon, that he will take Solomon as his son. And verse 11, this is the profound part. This is why I want to speak to the dads tonight. Verse 11 to verse 12. "Now, my son, may the Lord be with you, and may you prosper and build the house of the Lord our God, as he said to you. Only may the Lord give you wisdom and understanding, and give you charge concerning Israel, that you may keep the law of the Lord your God." So there, because David knew what the Lord wanted to do in and through Solomon's life, he charged, he spoke to, he readied Solomon for the work that he needed to do. So he set Solomon on that path to know to ask for wisdom. And this is what I wanted to highlight: the importance of a father-child relationship, and the importance of the father being having his ear to the Lord's mouth to know the mandate that there is on his own life and on his children's life, so that he can prepare the children for the future. So this, as a mirror, should give us in the modern day the strategy into building a strong family, into raising your children correctly, into leading them into all that God has for them. Let us use, as not a father myself yet, but let us use this as a blueprint into leading our children into all that God has for them, into the blessing, into abundance, into all that we desire to have so that our children can walk in it. Have a blessed night.